Hey guys, welcome back to Rockford YouTube channel. For this video, I have some more amazing deals to share with you. Not just tool deals, we got deals of all kinds. We're going to start with some Amazon deals, which are going to be all linked down below. Then we're going to Home Depot, we're going to Lowe's, we're going to Walmart. All of those are going to use the YouTube shopping links. You'll see little boxes popping up here in about 10 minutes or so. And it's Sunday morning, a little after 1 o'clock in the morning. So go Bears. Bears are on at noon Central Time playing the Rams just for the betting public. So, you know, we're taking the Bears straight up money line. Actually, they're favorites. So maybe we'll even spot the Rams the 3 points. And the over-under is 40.5. And we're going to take the under on that because the Bears suck. I'm a Bears fan. I'm allowed to say that. And the Rams are really beat up. The Bears have a pretty good defense. So we're taking the under and the Bears. We're also going to take Cole Kmet for the first touchdown of the game. He doesn't have a touchdown yet this season, but I think it's coming up, and he'll have real terrible odds. So we're just going to put a couple bucks down on that. Now, first deal, 240-piece T-Tap wire connectors, self-stripping, quick splice electrical terminals by Tycon. These are 50% off, so it's a pretty big set being 240 pieces. And you get the little T-Tap guys, and you get the connectors that go with it. So if you've never seen one of these T-Taps, or this picture's like super tiny so it's hard to see, but you just put this over a wire. The whole idea is that you don't have to, you can tap in line into any wire without like disconnecting it at one end or having to cut it or whatever. And it's got a little blade here, and you stick it in there and you fold it over and it makes a connection, and then it gives you a little connection point so you can bring in your wire, and it's like a T intersection, you know what I mean? That's probably why it's called a T-Tap. But $12.99, which actually isn't a bad price at all for one of these. But we have a 50% promo code, so you're only going to pay $6.50 for a whole bunch of them T-Taps. Now, if you go to the text link here, there was also a smaller one. There was a smaller set. It was $9.99. Your price per piece is, it's a much better deal doing the $12.99 and then 50% off. But if you don't want as many and whatever, but I would just go this way if I were you. I always do this on the first deal. Got to click here, then go boom. Okay, next up we have a 2-pack of 3-foot 14 gauge flat plug lighted extension cord, heavy duty 3-prong. This is by Great Eyed. So it is a 2-pack, and it's only $4.99. So $2.50 a piece. 14 gauge. I know it's not your favorite. You want it to be 12. You'd love it to be 10. But at least it's not 16, because then you'll yell at me if it's 16. People don't like 16 gauge extension cords. They get militant with their anger in regards to 16 gauge extension cords. But 14 we can live with, and it's not like a triple tap, so you're not plugging in a bunch to it anyways. But definitely a handy little guy to have around. And for $2.50 a piece, I like that deal. No promo code, no coupon, just sale price. That's currently available. Now, I really like this style of light. This is the battery-operated version. 2-pack, 16-foot, 50 LED fairy lights, battery-operated mini battery power, copper wire starry. This is by August, and it is 40% off. So again, a 2-pack of 16 footers. Now look at this. Starts out at $14.99, which I don't hate that price to begin with, because you figure that's $7.50 a piece. But then we have a 40% promo code that goes through the 7th. Now a lot of stuff you're going to notice ending on the 7th, because Amazon's doing their Prime Day deals that are on the 8th and the 9th, so a lot of deals, even if they say they go through the 7th, a lot of things are going to get killed on the 7th because they don't want to double dip their promo codes with the Prime Day deals. But here's a little pro tip. It starts at midnight, or for me, 2 a.m. Central Time. If you get in early, you may get a little bit of overlap where companies haven't killed their promo codes, but you're also getting a Prime Day deal. So that's something to be aware of. But anyway, so it's 40% off of $14.99. I don't know what that is. It's going to be close to like $8. And you're getting 2 of them, so $4 a piece. Really amazing deal here. And one thing is, first off, I love these as Christmas lights because it's super easy, but I kind of like the solar ones for doing stuff outside, so they come on and off automatically. But I'm thinking about doing a Christmas parade with the Jeep this year, and you can, you decorate the thing. Now, I don't think you're supposed to just like drive down the road with Christmas lights on your vehicle, but I think this would be really cool to like do a little like design around the Jeep with these lights and just slap on the batteries. Boom, it's good to go. Then afterwards, take them off or whatever. So anyways, I wanted them myself, and I thought they were a pretty good deal once you get the 40% off on $14.99. got the 2-pack of gym workout shorts, 7-inch, which is my favorite. That's a good length for shorts. Now, for me, I'm 4 feet tall, so it works out really well. If you're like 7 feet tall, or even just average height, maybe, but 7 inch is good for me. Lightweight running shorts with pockets. Now, the with pockets thing is very important. I wanted to make sure the pockets portion was in the title because we talked previously. You gotta have pockets. No pockets, I don't even want it. I don't want it in the drawer. I don't want it in the closet. I don't. Wherever you keep your clothes, if it don't have pockets, it goes to the trash. Don't even donate it because then some other unfortunate soul might not even realize that they don't have pockets, and they're gonna pay like $1.99 at a thrift store, which sounds cheap, but the cost of not having pockets is much, much higher. Okay, so we don't do non-pocket items. So it's $26 for 2 of them, which is $13 a piece, but we have a 20% coupon on the Amazon page, which takes, oh, I don't know, $4 or $5 off. Let's say 5 just because we're rounding here. Bring it down to 20 and then splitting it in half down to $10 a piece. And they had a bunch of different colors. The Amazon page has a million different color combinations for you. But Koofandy, we've been having good luck with their stuff. Got a power strip surge protector, 5-foot braided extension cord, multiple outlets, 8 AC outlets, 4 USB ports, 2 USB-C, so it's got a little bit of everything. Flat plug charging station by 50% off. So there's a lot. I like when companies do this. There is some thought put in here. First, flat plug coming out the side. That means we can push furniture or whatever right up against the wall. Doesn't have to stick out from that. Also, I love this angled thing because how many times you go to plug something in and the stupid box or the cord like inhibits being able to use both of the outlets, or you got to turn it upside down or something. And if you got an old house like the house I grew up in, things just fall out of the plugs all the time. I mean, you could replace the outlet, but that's like 70 cents and 5 minutes of work. So instead, you live for 14 years, at least that, you're old enough to know what's going on, with outlets and things falling out of outlets. Anyway, I like that. I feel like there's a lot of thought put into that. And then look at how many plugs we have. There's just like plugs out the ass here. And this starts out at $23.99, but it's 50% off, so it's $11.99. Again, you see going through the 7th, and we'll beat that drum to death that it's coming up right before the Prime Day deals. I also like the braided cables better. Metal detectors, adult waterproof. Where are we going with this thing? Professional higher accuracy gold detector. Gold. Did you hear Costco sells gold bars? Or gold coins. It can't be bars, because a gold bar would be so much money. Gold coins. Maybe it is bars. It can't be bars. How much does a gold bar weigh? Because an ounce of gold is very expensive right now. Which is why we want the metal detector, because if you found just an ounce of gold somewhere, more than pays for the metal detector. LCD display, 5-mode, advanced DSP chip. I don't know what the hell that even is. 10-inch coil metal detector by Pankey. There it is right there. Even comes with the little headphones. You get the little shovel so you can dig out your stuff. Boy, these things are fun. Starts out at $147.99, but we have a $55 coupon to bring this under $100, and then a 15% promo code. And of course, that 15% comes off the top line, $147. I'm not going to try and do the math on what the final price is, but I don't have this one specifically. I do have a metal detector. They are fun. I found some. Well, it was all junk in my yard. Okay, like you might have amazing stuff. Maybe some person like buried a bunch of money in a coffee can or something. I feel like Depression era people might have done that. If you had some old people or your place has been around a while, there's a chance there's a coffee can full of money in your yard just waiting for you to find it with a metal detector. I just found scrap metal. and it wasn't enough to to amount to anything. But the way these dials work, and I'm sure it'll come with a manual and stuff, you can set it. Do you want it to beep at all kinds of metal, or do you just want it to beep at like precious metals that are worth a lot of money? Anyways, it's probably something you can do with your kids too, if you got little bastards running around. Men's waffle Henley. I guess if you're there, then they technically would not be little bastards. But they're all little bastards to me. Henley shirts, long sleeve, t-shirt, casual t-shirt with pocket by Knit-A-Gut. 30% off there. Again, tons of different colors, sizes. Got a couple of buttons there. You got the pocket, the Henley collar, straight. It's almost like a crew neck kind of. $19.99. And then a 30% promo code. This one going through the 26th if it lasts that long. But take about $6 off. $13.99 after the promo code. Get yourself a snazzy new shirt. 99-piece drill bit set. High-speed steel, titanium drill, and screwdriver bit set with tough case by Duratech. 50% off, which, by the way, if we have time at the end of the video, I'll save it for the end so people who don't care don't have to listen. Been doing some yard work today, the last couple of days, cutting down trees and interesting. We'll save it to the end though. I'm doing the people who don't care a solid, leaving you an extra 10 minutes of your life. High speed titanium. Okay, so look, it's a Duratech made by Great Star Tools. It comes with the handy dandy case. It has the little rails so we can make it all modular and we can swap it around, do whatever we want. But we have a nice mixture of drill bits. You see we got the spade bits there. We got some drive bits. And, as these wear out, we can replace them. And it looks like a nice case, a nice little assortment. $40, that's too much for it. We don't like that. But it's a 50% promo code, so only $19.99 for all that, which that is a really good deal then. Electric ratchet wrench, 3/8-inch set, 40 foot-pounds, 400 RPM, which that's pretty fast. I would like to actually test that and see if it is really 400 RPM, because you're talking like 2 to 250 on the Milwaukee. The high-speed Milwaukee, I think, hits 400 RPM. And 40 foot-pounds is a little bit higher because those are 30 or 35. So the stats on it are actually pretty good, if accurate. Comes with 2 batteries. It's 50% off. It's really kind of weird because the brand on Amazon, like, it says X Gold, and here's the Amazon title, X Gold, but then it says Devonic on the tool itself. So kind of confusing. Not that that matters, but it's just like, come on, guys, let's get our shit together. Let's just be consistent with the name of our tools. But you're getting 2 batteries to go with it. Got the paddle style switch. Some of them have like a little mini trigger switch, but I like this paddle better. Starts out at $49, but we're cutting that in half with our promo code going through the 30th. So $24.50 for 2 2-amp-hour batteries with the ratchet handy dandy case. Now we're going to move on to some Home Depot deals. This is the Ryobi 1 Plus 18-volt angle grinder with a 4-amp-hour battery and a 2-amp-hour battery. It says normally $159 down to $99. It's always so funny seeing Ryobi prices because they are super cheap compared to other tool brands. Everyone can use an angle grinder. The 4 is really good for it. The 2 is good enough to use while charging up the 4. You're getting the charger to go with it. So getting a whole little setup for $99. Your Ryobi grinder. Here we have the Milwaukee M12 cordless 3/8-inch crown stapler with 2 2-amp-hour batteries, and the charger is a little starter kit to go with it. It says normally $239 down to $129. I wanted to include this because I really like that stapler. I've had it for a couple of years, and there's times when it's on sale or whatever that you can get it for $99. That's not unheard of at all. So getting the 2 2-amp-hour batteries with the charger, it's a good deal. It's not the most amazing thing you'll ever see in your life, but I really like that tool. I've had to use it several times. Most recently, if you watch the second channel, a month ago or so, we were fixing the headliner on the 66. And there's like, I guess you'd call it a tack strip for the back of the headliner, where it attaches underneath the trim piece. Using it right there. And it just made me think when I saw that. I was like, man, that is a good tool. Like, it just works well, and it's so much better than trying to staple by hand. Because you ever had the problem with stapling by hand is you're trying to like push in while also squeezing, and sometimes it like slips or it just doesn't go exactly where you want it to. But you have more control with this thing because you're not really pushing it. Like, you don't got to put a lot of pressure anywhere because all you're doing is squeezing the trigger. And it has this little adjustment, and it works really well for how far you're shooting it or deep. It's a good little tool. Now this one also 129 coincidentally. I really liked because it also comes with this 3 amp hour battery. So it's the dual atomic 20-volt half-inch compact hammer drill, not just regular drill, hammer drill. It is a brushless tool, and it comes with the 3 amp hour battery. And this is one of the newer 3 amp hour batteries. It's not the older style or the one they sell right now for in the black case for $39. It's not. This is the newer style. Little flat wide guy. Almost the same shape as the 5 amp hour power stack. And then let's see, what charger is that? DCB 112. They always use the 112. It's 2 amp output. It's not my favorite charger. I would definitely go with the 115 or the newer ones, the 1106 or 1104. 4 amp hour, 6 amp hour, depending on whatever the last digit is. But for 129, you get the hammer drill, a brushless tool, and getting the 3 amp hour battery as part of the kit. I kind of really like that. Now here, I wanted to show you this Lowe's deal, but it kind of goes beyond this specific item because, as much as we're posting the deals and stuff, I don't really follow the news of tool stuff. I don't know what's going on with Metaboo over at Lowe's, but a lot of their stuff has this MAP pricing. It's being, heavily discounted. I don't know if they're getting rid of it or if there's just like new models coming out or whatever, but if you're in their lineup, it's definitely worth going, go to this page here and then just shop Metaboo and see what is on sale, because we have all these things you got to add it to your cart to see the price, and we're getting really good deals. So here we have the 18-volt quarter-inch brushless impact driver. You're getting 2 batteries, two 2 amp hour batteries with that, the charger and the bag. So a full little kit with 2 batteries, and of course we're getting the free shipping here. If we add it to our cart, you see it's $99. So if you like their stuff, this is the only one I pulled up, but as I was going through the search results and everything, there were several Metaboo items that were discounted. Over at Walmart, we have a Crescent wrench. Crescent brand 10-inch chrome finish adjustable wrench. So if you're looking for, busting your knuckles on something or rounding off a nut, I got the wrench here for you. It says it's normally $26, which just seems like too much, but it's down to $8.56. Now I did look because the picture says 4-inch. 4-inch adjustable wrench. You can see it has the scale there. But I looked up the model number specifically because that was a little, contradictory. Is it a 10-inch or is it a 4-inch? Because size matters, and the price changes with size. It is this model number is 100% for the 10-inch version. So I think you're getting the 10-inch version. It's just the wrong picture on the page. But $8.56 from the OG brand, the brand that it's named after, the Kleenex of adjustable wrenches. Now here we have the Magno Grip 8-pocket tool pouch. It's only $5.91. Doesn't say what the regular price or normal price is, but $5.91 seems like a really good deal. And I like that it's got a little magnet built into the front. How cool is that? That is actually a really good idea. So you got the whole belt with the little pouch, and the pockets, and I hate the mouse over. Stop that. There we go. No, it's still doing it. Okay, now I'm done with this. I like the magnet on the end. The magnet's a good idea. Just slap your nails or your screws there, whatever you have. It's a nice way to hold it, and it's only $5.91. Now this one, good deal, but I almost didn't include it because of the damn battery they're including. It's criminal, the battery they're including with the reciprocating saw. So it's the Hyper Tough 20 volt cordless reciprocating saw, variable speed, keyless blade change. And those are all things that you kind of like the variable speed and the keyless blade change. You didn't get that back in the day, but you expect it now. It just, all of them should have it. But I appreciate that, right? Because Hyper Tough we know is economy stuff, so you might not always get all the features, and you're getting the features. 1.5 amp hour battery. Come on. I mean, even a 2, I would complain still if it was a 2, but I'd feel just a little bit better about it. 1.5 is like we're trying to piss our customers off. We want someone to buy this and get through half of a cut and the battery dies and return it. So if you do pick this up, look, you got to have a better battery. At least a 2. A 4 would be like perfect. I don't know what all is available for HyperTough's 20 volt system, but you got to get another battery. You are going to hate this thing if you only have a 1.5 amp hour battery. But at $34 to get a full kit, you're going to get a charger, you're going to get the battery and the tool. I mean, that is really cheap. That's a good deal. But you got to get a better battery. Alright guys, that is all of the amazing deals for this video. Make sure to give the video a like, subscribe, and a subscriber. Now real quick, my ordeal the last couple of days out in the yard. You know, we're getting towards the end of the year where we're not going to have a whole lot of nice days left here in northern Illinois to get things done. But yet, it's also really nice because it's not 90 degrees out, and there's like a middle part of the summer where I'm not doing yard work. It's 90-something degrees, it's hot, it's humid. I'm not sweating my ass off to do a little yard work. Just, I ain't doing it, okay? But now, it's in like the 70s. And it's perfect for doing this kind of work. So, in the backyard, I used to have a chicken wire fence with a T-post in this section. And I don't know what the previous owners used it for. I never really used it for anything. And I had removed most of it. And I don't even remember why, but I left one wall of it up, and trees started growing up in it. Well, here's the thing about my yard is it's about 2 acres, and I've probably had, I don't know, 30 trees die in the 12 or 13 years that I've been here, and most of it's the emerald ash borer beetle guys that get into these trees, and they're just killing them, and apparently every tree in this damn yard is an ash tree or something that they attack. So, and then other things that weren't even like the willow tree, which ticked me off. That thing died and fell, and it's been a total mess, and that was like my favorite tree in the yard. And then apple trees and pear trees and this tree and that tree, and they're all dead, right? So whenever a tree starts growing up around here, I just let it grow. I don't care where it's at. I know it's not like I got ones growing up along the shed, and I know that's terrible for it. It's destroying the shed, but whatever. Let it grow, because I hate the fact that I live in the middle of a cornfield, you know? So any trees that want to grow, dude, go. Grow. Grow, tree. Grow and prosper. So I let these trees grow along this fence, and that wasn't like a great idea because it's making it like totally miserable to remove this fence because these trees have grown in and around it, and the fence is actually underground. It's like it's probably 6 inches under the ground, and I'm guessing just over time it's been there so long. But the trees and the roots are like totally intertwined with this fence. So, you know, the chainsaw hates it because I keep hitting metal fence. Like, oh man, there goes the chain again. Gotta go sharpen this damn thing. And by the way, the DeWalt pole saw, I'm starting to hate that thing. Starting to hate the DeWalt pole saw. It doesn't have enough power. It's constantly cutting out. I'm using the 5 amp hour power stack battery on it. And like if it's pine or something super soft, I don't even know what I'm cutting right now. It's dead, whatever it is. But it's been dead for a while, so it's like hard, you know. But a real chainsaw would be able to cut through it, and this damn DeWalt is just and just keeps stopping and keeps stopping and keeps stopping. But that wasn't actually the point of what I was getting to. So taking out this thing, right, and the chainsaws, I'm hitting all this metal, and I can't get the T-post out because like the roots are actually over the top of like the spade of the T-post and everything. And I actually had a really good idea. I wove one of my straps, it was actually my tree saver strap, through the wire fence and then hooked it up to the winch on the Jeep and then ripped on that wire fencing. And for the most part, that actually worked really well. Like it just pulled it out of the ground until it got to the point where it just ripped the fence itself into pieces. And now I got like strands of metal fence just flailing around all over the place. But it was pulling pretty hard. Like it was actually, as it was ripping and breaking the fence, the whole truck was rocking back and forth every time it gave. So it was pulling, a decent amount. But anyway, so that worked pretty beautifully for a section of it. But I'm trying to get these damn T-posts out, and they are just so in the ground. And I have a puller that I'm 99% came from Harbor Freight. I'm like totally almost positive, but I can't find it on their website because I was trying to find out because I broke it. I was trying to find out if it's lifetime warranted or not because I kind of think it should be, but then it's not on their website anymore. So either I didn't get it there, but I think I did, or they just don't sell it anymore. But if you've never seen one of these T-post pullers, it's just like it's a seesaw basically, and you push down on one end and the other end comes up and it's got this little like metal hook that grabs the, I guess you call them teeth, of the T-post, and it pulls it out of the ground. Now, again, this is like grown trees all around it and there's roots going over the top of it, and I'm leaning on this thing like big time, like full weight pushing, giving it all I got, and it's moving a little bit, but not much. Like you can see the whole ground kind of swelling where I'm going, and that might be more what the movement is more than anything. And then all of a sudden, pow! That thing breaks, and I go flying, which I'm already not doing good because I'm still limping around like a damn gimp from doing whatever the hell I did to my foot in that forest. And which, by the way, from that, it's like it's weird because that was my right foot, but I've been gimping my ass around all week, and now my left knee hurts, and I'm thinking it's correlated because I'm walking stupid. Anyway, so the last thing I need to do is be falling or doing something that's going to aggravate this thing. But no, that thing broke, and I go flying. I almost impale myself on this damn thing, and the end just snapped right off. So that's why I was looking at Harbor Freight, trying to see if they had new ones. But since they don't, I guess I'm going to try and weld it back together. But I think it's just going to break in like the next spot over. And before it ever broke, the base of it was already all bent. The hook of it was already all bent because it wasn't a well-made product at any time. But it definitely broke when I got a hold of it. So then I started using the farm jack or utility jack, you may call it. The one with the rod and all the holes in it, and it goes up like one thing at a time. It goes clink 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 clink, and that thing worked really well. But I had like a totally sketchy thing going on with it because I had to figure out a way for it to grab the teeth because it's just like a little lip. And I had the hook on there kind of sideways. I found a metal hook, and I thought, well, if I keep pressure on this side, it can't slip off or anything. And again, I am leaning on this thing big time. I'm thinking, you son of a bitch, don't you dare fall or slip or do anything. It never did come out. I ended up digging around it, and because you can't get the damn roots out either because I'm all tangled. Like I didn't get all the fence out. There's like at this portion there's still fence all buried in the ground, and there's all these roots from like bushes that were growing up and this tree that's right here, and it's metal and it's roots and it's tree and it's this stupid post, and I can't dig. I'm getting I'm learning to hate all these kind of tools that I got because I got the Milwaukee M12 hacksaw, which that saw is perfect if you don't want to cut anything. If you just want a saw that looks like a saw and throws a blade forward and back but doesn't actually cut anything, that's an amazing saw to have. So I'm trying to use that to cut through some of these roots to get this post out. And I'm trying to dig around it, and then I just get to the point where I was like, screw this. I'm below ground level. I just got an angle grinder out, cut the damn post, buried it, whatever. It's down there. It's in there. As long as the lawnmower can't hit it, what do I care? So I get to the next one, and it's like the exact same thing. With this one, I actually do get the post off, but the spade broke off of it, and that's, I think, the only reason that I got the post out is because it broke. So that was my. Have you ever had a project that's like super annoying? Like you look at this and like, oh, this should be really easy. We're just gonna remove this little fence right here. It's only like 40 feet of fence or something. It wasn't very much. And we're gonna remove this little fence. We'll trim up the trees a little, make it look all beautiful. This one tree's dead. We got to cut it down. And it's just like this fence is such a pain in my ass because I can't use the chainsaw. I keep hitting metal. Ugh. I got the one tree cut down, and then that's where the DeWalt saw came into play. That's where it started not working. That's my other thing with the Milwaukee chainsaw, like the 16-inch chainsaw. As good as it is, when you got a sharp chain on that thing and you got a fully charged, nice, got the 9 amp hour, the 12 amp hours, you got a nice little battery on there, it cuts really well. But you go through batteries like crazy. I'm trying to cut down one tree. It's not even like a huge tree. It was maybe 30 feet tall. I don't know. But I just want to cut one tree. Go through the 12, go through the 9, go through the 5. I'm like, oh my god, how can I be going through all of these batteries on just this one tree? And then I gave up because I hit some more metal and then it was just smoking and burning and it wasn't cutting anymore. And I was like, I gotta sharpen this chain. And then I get my DeWalt little 10 or 12-inch one, wherever that little baby guy's, whatever size that is. And it's a 20 volt, not the pole saw, just the regular small DeWalt saw. No idea what's wrong with that. Fully charged battery, and I hit the trigger, it goes and stops. Ah, good, great. Something's wrong with this one too, so I'm gonna have to take that thing apart, see what the hell. Not like take it apart because we're not going through all that, but take the bar off and everything. Maybe there's just like gunk or something. I don't know what the hell would make it start and stop like that. And then that pole saw, man, you can give it any kind of resistance at all and it just stops. And it's got the angled head on it, which at first I thought I would like, totally don't like. You can't upcut with that and it gives weird angles. I think what else do I got for you about that little shindig? The tree's almost done. All I gotta do is sharpen the stupid chain and it's like 4 cuts away. Just cutting up the main trunk now. I got all the side branches and everything all stripped off of it. And then, gotta get this stump out. Oh, this stump's gonna be terrible because it's intertwined with fence again. Ugh. Alright, I think that was enough complaining for the day. Then I got, let's see, another tree. 1, 2, 3. 3.5 more trees to cut down. 4.5. Forgot one. And one other stump that I have to get out. Which, by the way, once I have sharp chains, may go a little bit better. The worst part here with cutting up the trees is then having to burn it. Like I don't want to. It's way too windy right now to burn anything. Plus, I mean, we got some rain this week, but it didn't rain for like a month. And again, cornfields and everything all around. Last thing I want to do is light it's actually soybeans this year, but last thing I want to do is light a soybean field on fire. Or have like a big grass fire or something. But I hate cutting up all this stuff and there's nowhere to put it. I can't burn it yet. The burn pile's already as tall as my house, and that's a fun fire for about 10 minutes. And I got rid of that wood chipper. And by get rid of, I mean I smashed it with a sledgehammer because it pissed me off. So a lot of the dead trees, like they should have been cut a while ago, but until I have a place to put the wood or do something with the wood or do the fire or something, like I don't want to just make a pile of wood on the ground. I already got that. I already got 2 of those actually. Alright, I think I'm done talking. I gotta get to bed. Bears are on in a couple hours. I gotta get to sleep. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.